Have you ever wondered why millions of people around the world are eager to speak English in a Filipino way? This isn't just a passing curiosity. It's a question that delves into our global fascination with the English language, a fascination that transcends borders and cultures. English, with its roots in the small island nation of Britain, has become a global lingua franca, a bridge language, if you will, that connects people from different countries and backgrounds. But why is that? How did English rise to such prominence? The answer in part lies in the influence of American media, Hollywood films, pop music, TV series, and even the news. All these have spread the English language far and wide. They've made English not just a language of communication, but a language of culture, of global citizenship. Yet, in this global melting pot of English speakers, there's a unique twist that's been catching everyone's attention: the Filipino way of speaking English. Famous for their distinct accent and mix of languages, Filipinos have brought a unique flavor to the English-speaking world. It's a flavor that's rich in history, shaped by the Philippines' complex past of colonial rule and cultural exchange. And this flavor isn't just a novelty, it's something that people around the world are trying to emulate, to learn, to understand. So, what is it about the Filipino way of speaking English that's so captivating? Is it the rhythm, the melody, the unique blend of languages? Or is it something deeper, something that speaks to our desire for connection and understanding in a globalized world? What makes the Filipino way of speaking English so unique and appealing to many? Keep watching until the end for the answer. Let's delve deeper into this fascinating linguistic phenomenon, and perhaps along the way, we'll discover something about ourselves too. Now you might be asking, what exactly is the Filipino way of speaking English? This is a question that invites us into a fascinating exploration of language, culture, and history. The Filipino way of speaking English is unique and multifaceted. It's a blend of languages, a cocktail of English, Tagalog, and Spanish, stirred together by history and served up in the tropical archipelago of the Philippines. This linguistic mix is a result of the Philippines' rich history of colonial influences and international trade. The Filipino accent in English is distinctive, often characterized by a soft and melodious rhythm. It is influenced by the phonetic patterns of Tagalog, the country's native language, which lends a unique rhythm and cadence to their English speech. The accent is gentle, with a clear enunciation of vowels and a tendency to soften consonants, making it easy on the ears and often described as musical. But it's not just the accent and language blend that defines the Filipino way of speaking English. There's a cultural influence that shapes it too. Filipinos are known for their warmth, hospitality, and sense of humor, and these traits are reflected in their way of speaking English. They often use English in a playful, creative way, incorporating humor, idioms, and expressions that reflect their vibrant culture and joyful spirit. The Filipino approach to English is also marked by a high degree of code switching. This means they often switch between languages within a single conversation or even a single sentence. It's not uncommon to hear a mix of English, Tagalog, and Spanish in a single conversation, a testament to the country's linguistic diversity and adaptability. This linguistic flexibility and cultural richness make the Filipino way of speaking English a captivating experience. It's a reflection of the country's history, its cultural vibrancy, and its people's adaptability. It is a language style that invites connection, understanding, and appreciation. But why has this approach to English become so popular? Stick around to find out. Why are so many drawn to the Filipino way of speaking English? This question leads us to the rise of Filipino English on the global stage. Let's begin with a bit of time travel. Just a few decades ago, Filipino English was a fledgling variant of the language, barely noticed by the rest of the world. But then, something changed. The world started to take notice. Filipino English began to blossom, not just in the traditional venues for language, education, and work, but in the arts and entertainment scene as well. It started popping up in popular media, music, and online platforms, reaching ears and minds across continents. The unique blend of American and British English, given its own distinct flavor by the Filipino culture, was now in the spotlight. The clear, neutral accent, the unmistakable warmth, and the signature inflections all contributed to its appeal. The rise wasn't just due to the language itself, of course. The influence of Filipino personalities played a crucial role. Celebrities and influencers, with their massive following, started showcasing their English skills in interviews on social media and in their creative content. This wasn't just local stars either. We're talking about internationally recognized figures who have made their mark in Hollywood, the music industry, and the world of fashion. Their influence was a powerful force, spreading the charm of Filipino English far and wide. Suddenly it was cool to speak English the Filipino way. It was fresh, it was different, and the world was loving it. But it wasn't just about being trendy. The rise of Filipino English also signifies a shift in the perception of English. It's no longer seen as a language dominated by a few countries. Instead, it's becoming more inclusive, with space for different accents, inflections, and styles. But what does this mean for the future of English? Let's dive deeper in the next segment. What impact does the rise of Filipino English have on the world, and what could it mean for the future? The rise of Filipino English is shaping the global communication landscape in remarkable ways. By bringing a unique blend of American and British English, infused with local expressions and accents, Filipino English is breaking down barriers and challenging the notion of a standard English accent. Language, as we know, is more than just a tool for communication. It's a reflection of our identity, our culture, and our history. As Filipino English gains recognition, it's not only establishing a new voice on the global stage, but also promoting a greater understanding and appreciation of Filipino culture and history. This rise has significant implications for language learning too. Traditionally, learners have been encouraged to adopt either the American or British accent. But with the growing acceptance of Filipino English, we're seeing a shift towards a more inclusive approach. This means recognizing and validifying the diverse accents and styles that reflect our global community. So, what could this mean for the future? Well, as we continue to embrace linguistic diversity, we can expect to see more and more Englishes gaining recognition. This could revolutionize how we perceive language learning and communication. Instead of striving for a perfect accent, we might start to value the ability to understand and be understood, regardless of our accent or style. The rise of Filipino English also has the potential to influence other areas, such as international relations, business, and media. As the world becomes more interconnected, the ability to communicate effectively across different cultures and languages is increasingly important. Filipino English, with its unique blend of influences, might just be the bridge we need to foster a more understanding and inclusive global community. Now let's circle back to our initial question. What impact does the rise of Filipino English have on the world? And what could it mean for the future? The answer is clear. It's opening up new possibilities, challenging old norms and paving the way for a more diverse and inclusive future. And isn't that something to be excited about? Now, why do millions want to speak English in a Filipino way? The question we've been dancing around finally takes center stage. We've traversed the global fascination with English, delved into the unique Filipino way of speaking, and observed its rise in popularity. Now, it's time to connect the dots and find the answer. Let's start with the obvious. English, being a global lingua franca, opens doors to opportunities worldwide. But why the Filipino way, you ask? Well, remember when we discussed the unique blend of American and Spanish influences in the Filipino accent? That's one key factor. It makes Filipino English distinct yet familiar, a linguistic cocktail that's easy on the ear and easy to understand. But there's more to it. The Filipino English accent is not just about sound, it's about attitude. It carries with it a certain warmth, a friendliness that invites conversation. It's English, spoken with a smile, a reflection of the Filipino spirit of hospitality and camaraderie. And let's not forget the practical aspect. Learning English the Filipino way is often seen as less daunting. Its simplicity and clarity make it an attractive choice for English learners, hence its global acceptance. In the end, it all circles back to connection. Speaking English in a Filipino way allows people to communicate and connect on a global scale, but with a unique flavor that carries the warmth and friendliness of the Filipino culture. It's more than just a language trend. It's a testament to the power of language in bridging cultures and fostering understanding. So, there you have it. That's why millions across the globe are charmed by the Filipino way of speaking English. It's a blend of familiarity and novelty, simplicity and warmth, global reach and cultural uniqueness. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Because language, like life, is a journey of discovery, and there's always something new to learn, explore, and marvel at. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.